Hi, Gemini. Welcome to your May 2017 mid-month to July 2017 mid-month tarot reading. This is Lamar Townsend. Thank you for listening and watching. This is for Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Mars, Mercury, Jupiter, Uranus, Pluto. Basically, if you have prominent Gemini in your chart, this is for you. I thank you for listening and watching. You can contact me at lamartownsendtarot.com for your own personal, private, confidential tarot reading. I'm Lamar Townsend. I am a natural intuitive, clairvoyant, clairaudient, empathic, tarot psychic reader. Please check out the rest of my videos on my YouTube channel. And all of the decks that I'll be using in this video will be linked below. I like to mention the decks I use for some reason. I don't know why. Maybe because I majored in advertising, so I just like to advertise everything. But the main deck I'll be using in this reading is the Smith-Waite Tarot deck, the Centennial Edition. These decks will be linked below where you can purchase them. And the Magical Mermaids and Dolphins deck by Julian Virtue, which we will pull one card at the end. So, with that being said, let's get your reading started, Gemini. Thank you for listening and watching. Here we have the card at the bottom of the deck, which I have already pulled. I burned sage around each deck. Let's get started. This is not normally how I do readings, by the way, Gemini. I actually prefer to have the camera on me, like facing me, so you can see my face as I read. But sometimes I like to switch it up, Gemini, you know? Can't be the same all the time. It's good to switch it up every now and then. Alright, so let's see what the card at the bottom of the deck is. The overall energies. Ooh, the Tower. Interesting, not necessarily a bad card, Gemini. The Tower is always, well, not always necessarily, but usually is destruction. But the great thing about destruction, or a breakup of some sort, is that, destruction leads to reconstruction. Okay, and usually that the reconstruction is much sturdier. So that's the great thing about the Tower energy. There's always a bright side, Gemini, so it's best to look at the bright side. It definitely feels like this is going to be a period of change for you. You could be changing jobs, you could be changing living situations, you could be just going through some kind of transition that might be a little bit tough or feel a little bit tough, but I really feel like you're going to be okay, Gemini. But let's see what the cards have to say. Let's see what's in the past position. Here we have the King of Swords. For some reason, I get legal situations with this card, legal situations. So once again, it could deal with a job, it could deal with custody, it could deal with custody of kids, custody of possessions, something like that. Some court case or something like that. Some legal decision, or some decision that has a lot of weight to it. If it's not a legal decision, this decision I feel could be coming from someone else. Could once again deal with a job. So decisions on the job, decisions in a marriage, in a relationship, decisions with a house, what to do with the kids, or something like that. Some decision with a lot of weight to it. In the present position, we have the Hanged Man, wanting to move, but not being able to, or not knowing where to move, not knowing which way to turn, which way to go. The Hanged Man is, sometimes feels like very stagnant energy, not really going anywhere. Having a lot on your mind, having a lot to say, but not having anyone to say it to, not being able to say it, not being able to move or do what you want to do. Definitely feels like you're in a tough spot, Gemini. It feels like you're in a tough spot right now, but I really feel like you're going to pull through. The great thing about you, Gemini, is that you're an air sign, so you guys are very intellectual. You're ruled by Mercury. So you're very intellectual, very communicative. So use your intellect and your communication skills to strategize and build a strategy to get out of your current situation in the most peaceful, non-rattling the cage way that sometimes you can do, Gemini. If this is a situation where you're trying to get out of, if you're stuck in a relationship, a marriage, or a contract of some sort, and you want to get out of it, Gemini, I don't know what it is. It's going to resonate differently for all of you, but I just, whatever it is, I want to offer up to you, to strategize and figure out a way to get out of it in the most peaceful, non-rattling the cage way as possible. Because I feel like the more you rattle the cage, the worse the consequences are going to get here, okay? Because whoever this person is, and once again, this doesn't necessarily have to be the direct person that you're dealing with. It could, but it's someone that has like the ultimate decision, and there's a lot of weight being put on this decision. So the more you rattle the cage, the more this guy is like, all right, keep testing me. Here we have the Justice card. Often the Justice card is associated with Libra, which is another air sign, your fellow air sign. But once again, this is a legal card. So once again, you could be going through a legal situation right now, Gemini, and it might feel really, really tough. But I do feel like things will turn in your favor. The scales will be balanced. Communication is going to be very important, Gemini. Make sure you're communicating in a very peaceful, positive way, and make sure that you're getting your point across in a very concise way, okay? Sometimes Geminis, can get very frustrated communicating with people, especially when their point is not being understood or is not coming across as the way they want. Gemini, be patient, okay? This is a tough time. You might be dealing with an air sign here or an earth sign. Swords is always air sign, but I'm feeling earth for some reason. Earth, possibly water as well. The card in the conclusion position is the Queen of Wands. The Wands energy is always fire. So Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Interesting. We have a lot of different scenarios, a lot of different people going on here. Gemini, you could be influenced by your parents as well, whether they are living physically with us or they have passed on into, the next realm. I do feel like you are being influenced, being guided in some capacity, in some way by your parents, Gemini, and I'm sticking to that, okay? Let's pull some more cards. Here we have the Queen of Pentacles. You're very focused on money, Gemini. And, once again, the gender of the cards doesn't necessarily have to, resonate specifically with the person. It's just the energy, the overall energy. The Queen of Pentacles always for me is being worried about money, but being worried about money in a way that a family once again is being influenced. Family is being included into the equation. How am I going to be able to support my family? How am I going to be able to build for my family? How am I going to be able to create a family if I don't have enough money? That's usually what I see with the Queen of Pentacles. And that's no different from what I'm feeling here. Once again, I do feel like you're being influenced by family, whether directly or indirectly, Gemini. Specifically your parents. Three of Swords. Could be going through a situation where there's a separation of some sort, divorce of some sort. I hope that's not what it is, but this is what the cards are showing me, and now that would make sense with the family influence and the money. You know what I'm saying? Totally understand that. That's a rough situation. Yeah, some of you may be going through a really tough time in a relationship. And I just feel like you're definitely going to pull through, Gemini. This is a period of great transition for you, Gemini, and I do feel like things will get better. Things definitely will get better. Knight of Swords, rushing energy. The Swords energy is always, once again, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. Or, I'm feeling actually fire sign from this card as well. So Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, someone rushing in. Once again, someone could be someone that you are in conflict with, someone that's in conflict with you. Let's pull some more cards. Ace of Pentacles. You could be leaving a job, Gemini, to move on to another job with better pay, with better opportunities. And I feel like you might leave not without some conflict at the job that you're leaving. Or You mentioned to someone at your current job that you're thinking about leaving, or you got a job offer and someone gets really upset or something like that. Because you're seriously thinking about taking this offer because it just works out better for you, or something like that. It's just like an energy of, what do you mean? Like, we can't lose you. Like, there's too much at stake. You mean too much. But Gemini, you're at the point where you're like, you know what? Like, I have to put myself first and put my family first. Knight of Pentacles, definitely a new offer coming through for you, Gemini. A job offer of some sort. Definitely a new opportunity, a new and better opportunity in terms of finances and work and career, which I think is great. The Wheel of Fortune, things moving forward in a very positive direction, moving forward in the way they were destined to move forward, the way they were meant to move forward. I love that. Three of Swords. The Sun. Three of Pentacles. Two of Pentacles. Three of Wands. Definitely thinking seriously about some decision to possibly leave something behind. Other than this relationship over here that you may be leaving, probably are leaving behind with an air sign or a fire sign, you're thinking of also leaving something else behind. Like I said, you're moving into a period of transition. This is going to be an interesting period of transition, but I feel like by the end of this period, Gemini, I feel like you will be in a very different and very better place. Once again, the World, a very happy ending, things coming full circle, and I love that. Ace of Cups, a new offer, an emotional offer. Like I said, Gemini, things are going to move forward in a very positive way for you. Please contact me at LamarTownsendTarot.com for your own personal, private, confidential tarot reading. I'm so excited. This is going to be an interesting summer. Might feel a little rough, Gemini, okay, just a little, but I really feel like things will be okay. Things will move forward in a positive direction, even if it feels negative at the moment, okay? With that being said, let's see what card you got from the Magical Mermaids and Dolphins deck. You got Divine Magic, Gemini. Extra magical energy surrounds your situation right now. Expect miracles. Yay, Gemini. Thank you for listening and watching so much, you guys. It is amazing. I've only been doing these tarot readings for like 10 or 11 months, and I've already amassed, when I first started, I think I don't even know how many subscribers I had when I first started, but now I'm at like over 6,000. So thank you guys. I love you. You guys are awesome. All the links to these decks that I've used in this reading are below. Please follow me on Instagram at Lamar Townsend and like me on Facebook, facebook.com/Lamar Townsend Official. Gemini, it's going to be a good period for you, okay? Things might feel a little rough, but it's going to be okay, alright? I promise. Contact me for your own personal reading if things get rough, okay? Alright, thank you. See ya.